So today I'm going to be doing my most anticipated books of 2019. So a couple days ago I did my most anticipated movies that are coming up in 2019. So these are my most anticipated books. So there's 11 books on this list. 3 of them are actually going to be by the same author. So I'm just going to go through those 3 first and get them out of the way. And then I will talk about the other books in order of their release date. So the first one I'm going to talk about, of course, this is from my auto-buy author, which is Cassandra Clare. I love her books. I love the Shadowhunter world. I don't care how many books in the Shadowhunter world there is, I want to read them all. That is a world that I can just stay in forever. So the first book I'm going to talk about is The Red Squirrels of Magic by Cassandra Clare, and that comes out April 2nd. And this is one that I don't know too much about other than it follows Magnus and Alec, and it's a Cassandra Clare book. So, like I said, she's an auto-buy author for me, so definitely going to want to pick this one up. The next one is Ghost of the Shadow Market by Cassandra Clare and a few other authors. This one comes out June 4th, and this is one that's kind of a collection of short stories. So it's pretty similar to Tales of the Shadowhunter Academy, where it's a collection of short stories that was written by Cassandra, but also a few other authors co-wrote it. So like Maureen Johnson, Sarah Reese Brennan, Kelly Link, and Robin Wasserman are the 4 authors that co-wrote with this. And Ghost of the Shadow Market follows Jem as he goes from city to city in the shadow markets looking for a relic from his past. And that's pretty much all I really know about this one. But again, Cassandra Clare, gotta get it. And the third book that I'm going to talk about, the third and final book by Cassandra Clare that's coming out in 2019, is Chain of Gold, which comes out November 19th. And again, don't know too much about this one, other than it follows the kids of Will and Tessa. So we get to go back to that period with Will and Tessa, which I'm super excited about because The Infernal Devices is one of my favorite trilogies, and I just love Will and Tessa and Jem and all the characters in The Infernal Devices, and I'm super excited that we get to see them again. It's not focused on them because it's focused on their kids, but we still get to see Will and Tessa, which I'm excited about. So definitely cannot wait for this one. Like I said, comes out November 19th. Okay, so moving on to the rest of the books. The next one is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Khmer. And this is a retelling, a Beauty and the Beast retelling. But the main reason I was even interested in this one is there's a lot of Beauty and the Beast retellings. There's a lot of fairy tale retellings out there nowadays. But the reason this one really piqued my interest is because the main character, Harper, has cerebral palsy. And so I haven't really read a book with where the main character has a physical disability. So I really kind of want to see how they do that with this one and see how that's portrayed. So I'm excited for this one. It comes out, I believe, January 29th, I want to say. So the next one is The Last Life of Prince Alistair by Alexandra Bracken. and this comes out February 5th. This is the sequel to The Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding, which I read that one back in October, and I really enjoyed it. This is about a kid named Prosper whose family got their wealth and power by making a deal with a demon years ago, and now Prosper has this demon living inside of him that he has to try to get rid of. The end of the first book ended on kind of a cliffhanger, so I definitely want to see what's going to happen next. And I am so glad we get the next book pretty early on next year. The next one is Stolen Time by Daniel Rollins. This one also comes out February 5th. And this one follows two characters from two different time periods. Dorothy is from 1913 Seattle, and Ash is from New Seattle in the year 2077. Dorothy is looking for a way to kind of escape her life. She's been forced into this engagement to this wealthy guy just so her and her mom can have a comfortable life, but she's really looking for a way out. Ash is on a mission to rescue his mentor, who actually figured out the secret to time travel. So Ash is basically jumping through different time periods trying to find his mentor. When Dorothy and Ash's worlds collide, she sees it as a chance to escape, so she has a plan to stow away on this plane and start a new life wherever they land. However, things are never that simple when it comes to time travel, and if you guys have watched Flash or Legends of Tomorrow, you know what I mean by this. So of course when they land in the future, things are very chaotic and nothing is how it should be. So I definitely cannot wait for this. I love time travel stories. Legends of Tomorrow is one of my favorite shows, and so I love anytime we get to see time travel and we get to go to different periods of time, especially in the past. There are certain periods in the past that are super interesting, and I really like seeing those time periods. Next book is Spectacle by Jody Lynn Zadork. Not exactly sure how to pronounce her last name. This one comes out February 12th, and this is a YA murder mystery in which a young reporter has to use her supernatural visions to help track down a serial killer targeting young women in Paris. And this is also historical fiction because it's at, I think, in 1883 or sometime in the 1800s. But this sounds perfect for me. It has all my favorite elements in a book: murder mystery, magical element, serial killer. Yes, I want it. The next book is Never Contented Things by Sarah Porter. And this comes out March 19th. I haven't read a Sarah Porter book since Lost Voices, which I've read several years ago, over 5 years ago now. And that one was a mermaid series, but I loved Lost Voices. So I really want to pick up another book by her and see how it is. This one is said to be a new YA standalone novel about dark fairies with the surefire appeal to fans of Holly Black, Laini Taylor, and Sarah J. Maas. I love Sarah J. Maas. I love the Throne of Glass series. So, of course, when it says appeal to fans of Sarah J. Maas, I'm like, yes, I'm all for it. I haven't read a Holly Black book, but I have a couple of her books that I need to read. And same with Laini Taylor. So yeah, this one sounds like it might be right up my alley. The next book is The Raven's Tale by Cat Winters, and this one comes out April 16th. This one is about Edgar Allan Poe and his muse Lenora, and I really haven't read any Poe retellings, and I haven't read many, I haven't read any really stories with muses as characters. I know I do have a book where the characters are muses, but I haven't read it yet. So this will be interesting. I definitely, when I read the synopsis, it definitely piqued my interest. So I'm like, I'll have to check this one out. The next book is Shadow and Flame by Mindy Arnett, and this one comes out June 4th. This is the sequel to Onyx and Ivory, which I finished a couple weeks ago, and I loved it. I really enjoyed this one way more than I thought I would or expected. I mean, I heard good reviews about it, but I just enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. And so I cannot wait for the sequel. Onyx and Ivory is about a girl named Kate who had to leave her home after her dad tried to assassinate the king. Kate ends up fleeing to the small town and ends up working as a member of the relay. When the king's son, who was also Kate's childhood best friend, comes into town, things start to happen, things get crazy, and Kate finds out some secrets that her dad has been hiding. Like I said, I really enjoyed Onyx and Ivory, so I can't wait to get to the sequel and see what happens next. The next book is called Wicked Fox by Cat Chow, and that one comes out June 25th. I found out about this book from Jocelyn over at Yogi with the Book. She did her most anticipated mythology books that are coming out in 2019. So I'll leave a link down below for you guys to check out. But this one sounded really interesting when she read the synopsis, and I was like, yes, I definitely want to check that one out. And this one takes place in modern day Seoul, and this is about a girl named Mi Young who is a gimho. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Basically a nine-tailed fox who eats the souls of men to survive. So every full moon she feeds on the souls of men who have committed crimes but have evaded justice. It sounds interesting. I definitely want to pick it up and see what it's all about. So that is it, you guys. Those are my most anticipated books of 2019. I cannot wait to get my hands on them. Let me know what your most anticipated books of 2019 are. Leave me a comment down below, and I will see you guys soon with another video.